is Tom here from Strive Fitness. It's around about 11:30 on Saturday. My kids are fast asleep and my wife is out with her girlfriends, so I have the whole house basically to myself. I thought I'd come on here and make some good content, talk about New Year's resolutions and how they're going so far, but I realized I'd be lying to you if that was really the case. Um, what I want to talk to you guys about is actually kind of really a little difficult um, because it makes me feel a little vulnerable. And I feel that as a trainer and hopefully a good motivating coach, that vulnerability is really a sign of that I can't help you out to the best of my ability. And I don't like that feeling. But I realize that it's something that has to be done because it's weighing on me, and I want to be able to share it with you, and hopefully it can help you too. Back in 2015, beginning of 2015, January, February, almost a year ago, I sustained an injury that, whether some of you know it or not, really not only messed with me physically, it kept me out of the gym on a regular basis, a good 5 to 6 months. Um, Basically, I made an excuse with that injury to not really get going again. I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I couldn't jump the way I wanted to jump, squat the way I wanted to squat, lift whatever weights I wanted to lift. And it made me even more unhappy with myself. The way I looked, the way I felt, um, all stems from that injury. And like many of you can relate, once we get into a certain type of rut, it's kind of hard to get out of. Um, but to be honest with you, the injury, now looking back on it, has been a blessing in disguise. Now, I've never been the person that has had to lose 50 pounds. In fact, I was actually probably about a good 135, 140 pounds soaking wet coming out of high school. So to say that I can relate to somebody who needs to lose 50 pounds, I can't. I'd be lying to you. Um, but this injury that I got actually helped me feel more so now more than ever, especially in the last 5 months since it hit me, that I can relate better to you, my clients, and my friends. As I said, it kept me out of action for a while. I was in a huge rut, gained weight for what I didn't feel comfortable with. My clothes, too, didn't fit. My pants that I was trying on, my jeans, I couldn't believe for the first time in my life my size, whatever pants were not working. And it really hit me that to some degree, this is what my members feel like. And it really sucked. And it hurt. It was painful. And I I I'm sort of happy for it now because I feel like it's made me a better coach, and I hope that it will make me even more of a better coach, and you will see that. Um, so what I mean by a better coach is that I felt like as I've been going through my injury and stuff, and not really motivated to take care of myself, I tried to focus more on my business, but I didn't focus what was most important, which is my clients. Um, like I said, I couldn't relate, but with now coming out of my rut, something's kind of clicked. I kind of find what I call, like I mentioned to you guys, my why, and I have a pretty big why actually. It's not something that is a short term why, but it's something that I want to carry on afterwards after my date is set for it. Um, and I want to use it as a motivational tool to understand for you guys that yeah, we have ups and downs. Um, People get sick, we get injured, we get hurt. But if we support each other and help each other, we can conquer anything. I want to feel that you guys can come to me and talk, that I'm not going to shun you for going out and having a couple drinks with your friends, not measuring your food. Quite frankly, up until 3, 4 months ago, I never really measured my food. Um, Now I'm doing certain things like that as a way of keeping me on track for my own goals, which I'll share with you. Um, but I want to feel that I want you to know that you guys can come to me, um, and I can help you out. I want to help you out. I want to be able to want you to know that I can relate possibly better to some of your situations because of the situation I went through. It may not be exactly something that you've gone through, but the pain that I felt um, is not something that I enjoyed, but I felt that it helped me relate better to anybody of you that are going through a similar type of pain, mentally, physically, yourself. Um, I too needed help, like as if I want you guys to reach out to myself or Amanda for help, and I did. Believe it or not, Amanda and Edie and my wife have been a really great support. Saw the fact that I was in a rut and I wasn't myself for a while, and kicked me in the head a couple times, but I finally got it. Um, and I'm using it as a motivational tool. Hopefully this evening, um, I'm using a motivational tool because it helped me find my own why. And like many of you that kicked ass on our 8 week challenge, or are working on certain small goals we've talked about, I have a goal of my own, and I want to share it with you because I feel like I need your support. Um, because I want to succeed with it, and I believe we're a family. Uh, my goal for 2016, besides trying to be a better me and a better coach, is to actually complete something that I've never thought I would be interested in doing. It's kind of funny because my goal actually is to be completed on the day of my birthday. It's really hard right now to not shut off this video and to want to start over for about the 100th time. Trying to find the perfect words to say because I really do that. I try and find the perfect words to say, try and find the perfect answers to help all you guys out or anybody that walks in the door. Because next to my family, my business and helping you guys out to make you a better person physically, mentally, is one of the most uh, gratifying feelings that I get, knowing that I can make a change for some of you. And it's been frustrating in the past that I couldn't do that for myself, and it affected me, as I mentioned. But uh, I really stepped up my game for myself, and I'm looking for ways to hopefully use this as a tool for motivation to know that I'm here for you. Um, my door is always open, and I want to try and help all of you out the best way that I possibly can. But I know more than ever now, since sustaining my injury and not being able to help myself, that I don't always have the answers, and I needed to look elsewhere for help, which is very hard for me to ask for, to be honest with you. I feel like I should know all the answers. I've been doing this long enough, but we don't always know all the answers. So one of my goals that I tried to tell you before is on the day of my birthday. Something that I've never thought I'd be doing is I'm actually going to compete in something. It's not something that's going to change the world or anything, but I feel like it's going to change me, to actually feel like I accomplished something greater than myself and to help me out and hopefully inspire others. On the day of my birthday, on April 30th, 12 weeks from now, I'm competing in my first physique show. Now, that's a little bit different than the type of training that I do now, and I've changed up my training in the last month, and it really kind of all stemmed back in July, believe it or not, where I really started ramping up my training, but it wasn't for this goal. This goal only came about 4 weeks ago, and I haven't really shared with anybody except maybe Edie, Amanda, and my wife, for the most part. So I'm competing in a show, physique show, trunks, no little tighty whities or whatever those bodybuilders do. But there's a lot to it. I hired a coach to help me with it because I don't know everything. Um, and I'm using it as a way of knowing for all of you out there that no matter where you're stuck at, where you're putting others ahead of yourself, and making time for others as opposed to more so for yourself at times, which you know is difficult, and I can relate to that. You can accomplish your goals. You can do things by getting outside of your comfort level, like I am. This is not in my comfort level. For those of you that really know me, this is not the type of training that I typically do. Um, but I wanted to do something that would challenge me, that would have a beginning and an end, but it's grown into something greater. With all my food prep that I've done prior to even deciding to do this, it's kind of more of a lifestyle. I enjoy it. I still have my drinks, I still have my cheats, but I try and stay on as par as I can, and more so, even more so, in the next 12 weeks. Next 12 weeks are really going to be difficult. My nutrition has to be on par with my coaches and other things that I have to do. So I'm using this as a tool to help motivate you guys to understand that um, to get outside your comfort zone, you need to ask for help, like I have, which is very difficult for me. Um, I'm looking for support and accountability from all of you to do something and to accomplish something, finish something for once for myself, which is very difficult for me to do. Uh, and just to help you out, to twofold, to help me better relate to you as a client, so that I could be the best coach possible, to understand some of the hard times you go through, which affected me over the last year. As I said, it's a blessing in disguise. And accountability. I'm looking for you guys to hold me accountable as I am you guys. Um, I hope this video helps. I know it was a little bit of rambling more than I wanted. I hope you followed and listened to it all. I promise myself I'm not going to stop it and start it all over again, because it wouldn't be genuine, and that's what I want to be to you guys. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you find a form of motivation to sit down with me, to talk about what your goals are, to set them aside, to help me motivate my own goals and to accomplish what I want to do in the next 12 weeks, and just keep up all the good work. And I want to help you guys out as well. So I hope you I hope you found this interesting. I hope you found it helpful, and have a good night.